What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Inside the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. And we also recently started a Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and search Inside the Vinyl. Give us a follow there. Hope to be more interactive with that as time goes by. But today I wanted to go ahead and unbox something I just received, I want to say yesterday, from Amazon. This came out this past Friday, October 31st, and that would be the brand new 10 shots compilation, if you will, from the Hamilton soundtrack. So this is exactly what the cover would make you think. It is 10 tracks from the original soundtrack done by the original cast. And, pretty cool. It took me a couple extra days to get this. I tried to get it at Target, and they kind of dropped the ball on me a little bit. So I ended up ordering this one from Amazon, which is like a special pink edition of some sort. But let's see what the hype sticker says. It says 10 essential tracks from the Tony Award and Grammy Award. Wait, excuse me. Let me start over. 10 essential tracks from the Tony Award, Grammy Award, and Pulitzer Prize-winning musical featuring My Shot, Satisfied, and Wait For It. And this is on Angelica'S vinyl, which is an Amazon Music exclusive. So pretty cool. All right, let's put the glasses back down. All right, so you got front cover here. You have the back cover right there with the track listing. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up and see what we got. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there might be a poster of some sort in here. So, we'll see what we got. All right, cool. So here we go, front cover without cellophane. And, of course, here's the back cover again. Now let's see what we have on the inside here. Let's see. We'll go ahead and pull everything out. And it does appear that there is a poster here, and we'll come back to that in just a second. But we do have just a nice anti-static inner sleeve, as you see there. And if we open this up, yeah, this is Angelica'S vinyl, which is a pink splatter vinyl of sorts. Really, really nice, really, really fancy. With the 10 shots sticker in the middle there. Front, one side, here's the other side of the record. It's pretty much the same. So yeah, that's really, really cool. And really, really pretty. So, if we're being real, I bought this more for, to listen to with my wife, because she doesn't like a lot of the hard rock and metal and stuff that I listen to. But she loves Hamilton. We watch it on, she's watched it on Disney probably about 20 times. I've seen it like 2 or 3 times. But I thought it was cool. It was a cool portrayal of the story of Alexander Hamilton, and set to hip hop and all that. And the music on it is very reminiscent to me of like 90s Roots, 90s Tribe Called Quest, stuff like that. You've got Leslie Odom Jr., you've got, Lin-Manuel Miranda and everybody else on the cast here on this soundtrack. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look at this poster, because I think my wife will be pretty excited about this. Okay, poster on one side. It's kind of like, instead of funding a gatefold, they just put it in here in this insert. So hopefully you can see that on the camera there. There's a poster on one side. And then on the other side, you have all the credits and everything. You have the orchestra, you have the names of the singers, liner notes, and some other stuff. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And I guess the one side does serve as a poster. So anyway, not a whole lot for me to say about this. Like I said, my wife is a much, much bigger fan of the play than I am. I'm just not a big, musical play guy. But like I said, I do appreciate the art that went into this. And as a fan of hip hop, especially like 90s hip hop, there's a lot of that flavor on here. And I know Questlove is on some of these songs. And the Roots even have a credit on here as far as the executive producers and stuff. So, they're pretty involved with this as well. So, you can't go wrong with the Roots. But I don't really have much more to say about it other than you can get this on vinyl from Amazon and from other outlets. It's also available digitally. And I did double check, because sometimes with sets like this, I wanted to make sure it was the original cast and the original recordings and not some like weird re-recordings that don't sound right. And I did double check and compare, and everything is, copacetic and good to go. So if you don't want the 20 record or 20 CD version of the actual soundtrack, which is really long, you've got the 10 best tracks, at least what they think are the best tracks, right here. And like I say, I'm pretty stoked to have this. This is something else that my wife and I can listen to together, and it's pretty cool to have. So that's all I've got for you this time. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. I have the rest of my Unboxing the Vinyl series out there. I've also got a series on greatest hits, another series on lost classics, another series on live albums, so on and so forth. I am a marketing nightmare. I've also got some live footage from concerts and festivals over the last few years. I've got some disc golf stuff out there, and I've even got a couple of documentary style films that I did for school. So check all that stuff out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out.